In the vast tapestry of existence, there are worlds hidden from plain sight, realms that awaken only when the sun retreats. Here, in the profound darkness of the deep oceans or the quiet hush of a twilight forest, a different kind of light emerges. It is not the reflected light of the sun or the moon, but a light born from within living things themselves. This is the phenomenon of bioluminescence, a silent, cold light created by life itself. It is a living lantern, a biological marvel that transforms the darkness into a stage for some of nature's most enchanting and dramatic performances. Throughout my long history, I have crafted countless creatures with this extraordinary ability. From the tiniest spark in the ocean to the familiar flicker of an insect on a summer's evening, the power to produce light is a remarkable evolutionary tool. These animals don't just glow, they communicate, hunt, defend, and dazzle using their innate luminescence. They have mastered a form of chemical energy, turning it into a visual language that speaks volumes in the dark. It's a spectacle of survival, a silent symphony of light conducted by the very beings who inhabit these shadowed worlds. Join me as we journey into these realms of perpetual twilight and midnight black. We will uncover the intricate science behind this living light, exploring the chemical reactions and the specialized cells that make it all possible. We will meet the creatures who wield this power, from the flashing firefly seeking a mate to the deep-sea predator with its deadly alluring glow. Prepare to witness how and why these glowing wonders light up their world, a testament to the endless ingenuity of evolution. In the warm, humid air of a summer's night, a familiar and beloved spectacle begins. It is the dance of the firefly, or as some know it, the lightning bug. These are not flies, nor bugs in the truest sense, but beetles, and they have mastered a form of communication that is both breathtakingly beautiful and ruthlessly efficient. Each flicker is a word, a phrase in a silent, luminous conversation taking place across a meadow or a woodland edge. It is a dialogue of desire, a beacon lit in the hope of finding a partner. The secret to this enchanting display lies within the firefly's abdomen, in specialized organs called photic organs. Here, a remarkable chemical romance unfolds. A molecule named luciferin, the light bringer, is the fuel, but it cannot ignite on its own. It requires the help of a catalyst, an enzyme perfectly shaped for the task, known as luciferase. When these two meet in the presence of oxygen and a universal energy molecule, adenosine triphosphate or ATP, a reaction occurs. The result is not heat, but a near-perfect conversion of chemical energy into cold, ethereal light. This is not a random twinkling. It is a carefully controlled and highly specific language. Each species of firefly has its own unique flash pattern, its own signature pulse. The duration of the flash, the interval between flashes, the color of the light itself, be it yellow, green, or pale red, all of it constitutes a distinct dialect. A male will fly through the darkness, broadcasting his species code, a question posed in light. I am here. Are you? He watches and he waits. Perched on a blade of grass or a leaf below, a female of the same species observes the airborne display. If she is receptive, she will answer. Her response is timed with incredible precision, a flash that follows the male's signal after a very specific delay. This reply is her acceptance, an invitation. The male, seeing her correctly timed response, can then home in on her position, navigating by her intermittent beacon. This luminous dialogue is a delicate and perilous one. The male must distinguish the correct female response from the myriad of other flashes in the night. A moment's hesitation, a misinterpretation of the signal, and the opportunity for procreation is lost. The energy expended in producing this light is considerable, so every flash must count. It is a system honed over millions of years, a testament to the power of sexual selection in shaping even the most intricate of biological processes. The female's role is just as crucial. She must be discerning, judging the quality of the male's signal. A strong, consistent flash may indicate a healthy, vigorous mate. Her carefully timed reply is not just an answer, but a choice. She holds the power to continue the genetic line, and her selection is based entirely on this language of light. The future of her kind depends on her ability to read the signals correctly in the dark. But this world of light has its dangers. Some predatory fireflies of the genus Photuris have learned to mimic the flash patterns of other species' females. An unsuspecting male, believing he has found a willing mate, flies down towards the deceptive flash. Instead of a partner, he finds a predator. It is a cruel twist, a form of aggressive mimicry, where the language of love is turned into a fatal lure. The firefly's glow, therefore, is a multifaceted tool. It is a beacon for romance, a species identifier, and a potential death trap. The very same chemical reaction can lead to the creation of a new generation or the end of a life. It is a perfect example of the evolutionary arms race, played out in flickers and pulses against the velvet canvas of the night. The life of a firefly is fleeting. Many live as adults for only a few weeks. Their time is dedicated almost entirely to this singular luminous purpose, to find a mate and ensure the continuation of their species. The light they produce is a transient spectacle, a brief spark in the grand scheme of things, but it is everything to them. It is their voice, their identity, their hope. And so as we watch them, we are not just seeing pretty lights, we are eavesdropping on a series of intricate, life or death conversations. Each flash is a story, a moment of risk and reward. It is a reminder that even in the most familiar of settings, the backyard garden or the local park, extraordinary dramas of survival are constantly unfolding, written in the universal language of light. We now fraction of the size of the females. Their sole purpose is to find a female in the vast darkness. Once he does, he latches on with his teeth, his body fusing with hers over time. He becomes a permanent parasite, a living sperm bank, nourished by her blood and ready to fertilize her eggs, having long since lost his own lure and digestive system. And so the anglerfish represents an extreme of adaptation. It is a creature sculpted by the intense pressures of the abyss, its reliance on borrowed light, its patient, deadly hunting strategy, and its bizarre reproductive habits all speak of a life lived on the very edge of possibility. The eerie glow of its lure is more than just a light. It is the focal point of a unique and brutal ecosystem, a single point of life and death in the endless, crushing dark. Chapter 3. We ascend now from the abyss, but remain in the ocean's embrace, moving into the twilight zones and even the sunlit upper layers. Here, life is more abundant, and the water teems with creatures of breathtaking form and variety. Among the most ancient and ethereal are the jellyfish. They drift on the currents, ghosts in the machine of the ocean, their translucent bodies pulsing with a gentle, rhythmic grace. Many of these seemingly simple animals possess a sophisticated mastery of light. Their glow is often a defensive reaction, a silent scream made visible. When a jellyfish is disturbed, bumped by a predator, or caught in turbulent water, it can flash with light. This sudden burst, often radiating outwards from the point of contact in a brilliant ripple, is known as the burglar alarm effect. It is not intended to frighten the immediate attacker, but to attract the attention of something bigger and more dangerous. Imagine a small fish nibbling on a glowing jellyfish. The flash of light illuminates the small fish, suddenly making it visible to any larger predators nearby. The larger predator, drawn by the light, may then attack the small fish, inadvertently saving the jellyfish. It is a clever, indirect defense, using light to betray the location of an assailant and call for an unwitting bodyguard from the depths. It turns the jellyfish's vulnerability into a weapon. The chemistry of this light is fascinating and has had a profound impact on human science. Like the firefly, many jellyfish use a luciferin luciferase system. However, one species added another layer of complexity. It produces a protein called aquarin, which, when it binds with calcium ions released upon disturbance, emits a blue light. But that is not the light we often see. This jellyfish possesses another truly remarkable molecule, green fluorescent protein, or GFP. This protein absorbs the initial blue light produced by the aquarin and re-emits it as a vibrant green glow. It is a process of fluorescence, a transformation of one color of light into another. The jellyfish, through this two-step process, can fine-tune the color of its signal, creating a vivid green that stands out clearly in the blue filtered light of the ocean. The discovery of GFP has been a revolution for biology and medicine. Scientists have learned how to take the gene for GFP from the jellyfish and attach it to other genes in other organisms. This allows them to watch biological processes unfold in real time. They can see cancer cells spread, watch neurons fire in the brain, or track the development of a virus, all because the proteins they are studying have been tagged with the jellyfish's tiny green lantern. Beyond defense, the light of a jellyfish can serve other purposes. For some deep-sea species, living where there is no ambient light, the glow may be used for communication between individuals, signaling their presence to potential mates in the vast three-dimensional space of the midwater. It is a silent language, spoken in pulses and waves of soft spectral light. The patterns of light can be astonishingly complex. Some species, like the comb jellies or ctenophores, do not flash but produce shimmering iridescent displays that race down their bodies. These are not caused by chemical reactions, but by the scattering of light from rows of tiny beating cilia that they use to swim. It is a different kind of light show, a physical rather than a chemical one, but no less mesmerizing. For some jellyfish, their glow may even be a form of camouflage. In the twilight zone where faint light filters down from above, a dark opaque body would create a silhouette, making an animal an easy target for predators looking up from below. By producing a faint, diffuse glow on its underside, a jellyfish can match the downwelling light, effectively erasing its own shadow and becoming invisible. This is called counter-illumination. So the jellyfish's glow is a paradox. It can be a tool to attract attention, or a tool to become invisible. It can be a cry for help or a beacon of love. It is a testament to the versatility of a single evolutionary innovation. From the ghostly drift of a single bell to the vast glowing blooms that can stretch for kilometers, the light of the jellyfish is one of the ocean's most subtle and beautiful secrets, a living luminescence that continues to light up new paths of scientific discovery. females potentially flashing specific sequences to signal their intent. The language of light for the lanternfish is one of subtlety, identity, and above all, survival. Every night, lanternfish undertake one of the largest migrations on Earth. As darkness falls on the surface, trillions of them ascend from the twilight zone into the richer surface waters to feed on plankton. Then, as dawn approaches, they descend once more into the relative safety of the deep dark water. Their counter-illumination is most critical during these twilight transitions, when the light levels are changing rapidly. The lanternfish is a perfect illustration of how life adapts to fill every possible niche. In a world defined by the faint downward trickle of light, it has evolved not to hide from the light, but to embrace it, to become it. Its existence is a testament to the fact that sometimes the best way to hide in the light is to create some of your own. Their collective subtle glow is a vital, shimmering thread in the vast dark tapestry of the ocean. From the fleeting courtship of a firefly to the cosmic shimmer of a plankton bloom, the production of living light is one of nature's most magical and versatile inventions. We have seen it used as a lure for the hunt, a shield for defense, a cloak of invisibility, and a language for love. It is a testament to the remarkable ways life can harness the fundamental laws of chemistry to solve the endless challenges of survival. In the darkest corners of the planet, these creatures have not cursed the darkness. They have learned to fill it with their own brilliance, each spark with its own purpose. This silent, cold light reveals a world of intricate relationships and breathtaking beauty, often hidden just beyond the reach of our everyday perception. It reminds us that the world is layered with wonders, and that even the smallest, most ephemeral flash can be part of a grand and complex story. The glow of a single cell or a humble beetle is a connection to the deep, creative forces that have shaped all life on this planet. It is a quiet declaration that even in the most profound blackness, there is ingenuity, there is communication, and there is life. The diversity of these glowing wonders is immense, and we have only touched upon a few. Each one has its own story, its own unique reason for lighting up the night. I am curious to know which of these luminous creatures captured your imagination the most. Was it the patient anglerfish, the ghostly jellyfish, or the firefly's familiar flicker? Please share your thoughts in the comments below and let us continue to marvel at the extraordinary ways in which life illuminates itself.